Hey everybody, as you know, we just completed our China vlog series, so at the end of this, we were planning to do this on our main vlog channel, Trifid Lifestyle. If you haven't seen our full vlogs over there, make sure to check that link in the description and pinned comment below and go check them out. But we were going to post it there, but Holly in India came too fast, and now we're over here on Trifid Geo where we posted our clips so we can answer your questions.
We did a community post asking for some questions over on Trifid Lifestyle and here on Trifid Geo. And it was maybe the least helpful community post we've ever done in our entire lives. But we got a few normal questions here.
It was awful.
But we just spent a while scrounging through our comments. Also,
awful.
Crazy. I don't even know the beliefs of some of the people in the comments.
I didn't remember the comments on the China vlogs being so crazy, but apparently there's some crazy things. So many assumptions made, so much just wrong information.
And that was just the comments with questions in them.
Yeah, I can't imagine the statements people made. But yeah, we're just going to get into this. It will probably start from more normal ones and go into some of the more strange ones. And we kept out some of the more controversial stuff too, so yeah.
Number one, what body cam are you using? We got this a few times. I'm assuming it just means what camera?
We're using a GoPro 11.
It's a great vlogging camera for the fact that it has stabilization.
Sucks at night though.
Very bad.
And when you don't put on the stabilization, it really sucks.
Next question is, what is your expectation versus reality?
That is a broad question, but a good one. I mean, our expectations going into China were interesting. We didn't really know what to expect. We just expected kind of it to be more like intense.
Yes, but it ended up being, I guess, more similar to East Asia, as in Korea and Japan, than we originally would have expected.
We thought vlogging there was going to be weird, where like we'd get told no filming, or like the police would like look at us or glare at us or tell us not to film, but it was super chill and like nobody even batted an eye at the camera.
It was like some of the easiest filming, even in countries that are super friendly and have a lot of friendly people that will come up to you and talk to you if you have a camera. There'll still be places where you can't film. That didn't happen once in China. They didn't even look at us.
I guess it's just because their society, people just live stream in the street. Yeah. They just walk around and live stream. So us swinging a camera around, especially in the touristy areas we were in, no one cared. It was so easy, so chill, and totally, that was one thing that was totally different than our expectations.
And we expected it to be hot going to the Canton region, and we came during the one cold week, which was unfortunate, so that was unexpected.
And then we had a bunch of comments. You came to China and thought it would be hot?
Whoa.
And then the next day after the 3 cold days we were there, it was like perfect weather. And we brought sweatshirts, by the way.
Yeah. It's hard to do an expectations versus reality when we didn't have that many expectations going in. We don't do research a lot of times before we travel, only on visa policies. So it's hard to do that versus reality when we didn't have many expectations. So I'd say that's about all of our expectations versus realities.
We try to do vlogs like we do reactions, where we try to know as little as possible, so it's a really genuine reaction of what's happening. So a lot of people seem to not like that because they want us to just go somewhere and tell them all the facts about the places they already know about. But we like to go and experience it for the first time, which I think gives a different perspective than a lot of other vloggers. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that.
Did you use a VPN when using internet in China? We had no luck with VPNs. I think we tried using NordVPN and it just didn't work. It wouldn't connect. And then I had ExpressVPN and that didn't work also. So I don't know, there might be services that worked, but no luck for us.
We used AT&T SIM card, the US SIM card. That's how we got connection. Or we would have been screwed.
Very screwed.
Did you meet any English-speaking Chinese?
A few.
Not many.
No. I think the one I can remember being some of the best English was that...
AT? Remember that guy?
Oh yeah. Him and the guy at the surprise box milk tea place also.
Milk tea people speak English?
Yeah, so it seems like it's the generally younger, I would say 20s, in their 20s, people would speak some English, but...
97% of the time it was a lot of pointing and stuff like that because they didn't speak English.
No words even.
Yeah.
Which, again, We don't expect them to speak English. There's some people freaking out that we said that people don't speak English because they thought we expected them to speak English. We don't expect them to speak English. We're just commenting.
Isn't that what a vlog is? Saying your experience, and part of the experience is, oh, nobody here speaks English. So don't get angry about it, guys. I know.
Sorry, we got this pent up energy after reading all those. What is the situation or scene that bothered you when you were in China vacation? Let me know if you experienced racism in China, because if you guys are Americans.
No racism that I can remember. I mean, maybe some people like subconsciously treated us slightly different, but we didn't notice any of it.
That I wouldn't call it racism, but there were times where definitely staff wouldn't want to come up to us to sell us things because they didn't want to try and speak English or deal with us.
Or didn't speak English at all.
But yeah, that has nothing to do with race at all. They didn't want to deal with it.
Or maybe you thought it was that, but they were like, yuck, white people. Ugh.
Let me stay as far away as possible.
Ugh.
Who put you on the planet?
Ugh. SpongeBob and Patrick. Apparently on Bilibili, we're just known as SpongeBob and Patrick.
That does remind me, actually, the first video of us flying to China, we did have SpongeBob references, so.
Who put you on the planet? Ugh. Is there any scene that bothered you in China? I mean, the most bothering scene, I guess one racism thing actually probably was the immigration guy, the boat guy. He just assumed, oh, these Americans don't know the difference between Macau and Hong Kong.
Yes, even though we'd already been to Hong Kong and Macau.
So that I assumed that was actually racism.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I was trying to explain it to him so calmly, even though he just kept yelling at us because he didn't know what we were saying, and I just kept going back and saying, yeah, I know, but this is what I'm trying to tell you. We want another ticket. And he just wouldn't take it. He just totally unwilling to listen.
We didn't really care about the situation at that point either, but he still, even after, we're like, it doesn't matter. Just give us our tickets. And then he still yelled at us before we left too. He was like, yeah, see, they're very different. And then gave us the tickets.
He was just not a cooperative person and was unwilling to listen, even though people in our comments, once again, because we just read through all the comments, were like, ugh, you guys just don't understand what he was trying to say, even though none of these people saw the conversation because we didn't record the conversation.
I imagine it would have went poorly if we recorded it.
Yeah, so that guy maybe actually, that was probably the worst situation we had in China. He was not a good person. He probably shouldn't have that job.
But that was about it.
Yeah.
Won't the Western media think that you've been brainwashed?
Don't really care. I mean, we aren't. We went to China, did our experiences, and that's it.
We've lived in the U.S. most of our life. We've lived abroad a decent chunk of our life. We have a pretty, slightly, obviously it's biased, but a more unbiased view of the world than a decent amount of people because of traveling. But what can you do?
What can you do? Why not register a Bilibili account? We're trying.
We don't know how to read Chinese.
The website is very much Chinese and the translations don't always work. Specifically, one person on Bilibili has been uploading our content and raking off of it, like millions of views. So we want to go on Bilibili because apparently a lot of people like our videos on Bilibili, but it's kind of a process. It's actually kind of hard to register as a foreigner.
Someone wants to help us, let us know.
Yeah, you can leave a comment or DM us on Instagram or something.
Yeah.
So we need help.
We have no help.
Help! And we wouldn't be able to translate our videos.
We don't speak Chinese either.
So if you want to translate our videos for free...
Are you still using the 144-hour visa? Yes, we used it basically to its fullest extent. The 144-hour visa actually starts the next day you get there. So if you get there at 2 a.m. on Friday, it doesn't start until midnight of Saturday, or the beginning of Saturday. So we basically used that entire time. And yeah, we were using the 144-hour visa the whole time.
And we had to tell the immigration person when we got there about that thing. And she had to look it up and she was like, oh yeah, you can do that. So that's the problem that we ran into, is that if you go somewhere a little less touristy, like Guangzhou, or internationally touristy, they might not exactly know everything about the 144.
And then this goes into the next question, talking about how this person wanted to do the same itinerary as us, Guangzhou, Shenzhen, Hong Kong, on that, and they were saying if it's something we should recommend. I would say go to those areas, but don't do the same route.
Maybe shoot over to Shenzhen first?
And then I think you can take the train from Guangzhou to Hong Kong.
I don't know if that's... once again, our immigration person, when we got there, it wasn't what train we had. She just said, no train, no train.
But we could take a ferry.
Yeah. She said only flight, only ferry. But online, when we were reading it, it said we could take the train because Guangdong is like a special kind of situation where you can go around the whole province, not just one city, and you can leave from like 32 different ports. But when we got there, she instantly was like, no train, no train.
We probably got over 100 comments telling us other incorrect information about the 144-hour visa. Like, people are very clueless about it. Only 2 that I think could have possibly been the situation. One was that they're under construction at that time, and then the second one was about them not having like international immigration at that train station, which is possible. But also they had Fujian as a roadway you could cross through, but not the railway.
So online they claimed you could even take road routes to cross the border with the 144 visa. But when we got to the airport, she would not let us take anything but a ferry or a plane. It was interesting. Once again, she didn't know about the midnight thing either, so it's possible it was she didn't know, but also we have no way of knowing because nobody fracking knows in our comments either.
My suggestion for this person would be to go to Hong Kong first, go into all I know.
Wait, you cannot go in. You have to fly in.
Oh, okay.
You have to fly in. But it said that you could leave all the different ways, but that turned out not to be true. And to our knowledge, to the immigration officer we spoke to.
I'm sure it'll work out, like you can figure something out once you get there, but the easiest way to avoid any issues would be to fly in and fly out to a different place.
Yeah, you could fly into Guangzhou and fly out of Shenzhen. That could be a thing you could do.
Do you plan to visit Guangzhou? Don't you go to other cities? Our original plan was actually to go to Guangzhou, Foshan, Dongguan, and Shenzhen, and maybe
Zhaoqing? Something like that?
The city more in the mountains. And we went to 2 cities instead.
In 5 days. Doing 5 cities in 5 days was just a little harder than we thought, especially when the bullet train filled up to Foshan like 2 days in advance, so that kind of takes away our spontaneous travel abilities. Yeah, so we went to Shenzhen. I mean, once again, we were trapped in Guangdong. We couldn't go. A lot of people were saying, go to Shanghai, go to this place, but we couldn't leave Guangdong. This is Guangdong, by the way.
It's just a nice little circle.
Ooh. Which one is your favorite? Egg tarts or crispy BBQ pork bun?
Bun.
Egg tarts.
Not even close.
Not even.
Egg tarts are okay. Pork buns are.
And the different types we got. There were so many different good types we got.
Favorite food while in China? It's interesting because we didn't get to try any multiple times, really.
Just pork buns.
Yeah.
And dim sum.
The fish I got on the first day in Guangzhou was pretty delicious.
I really liked the pork bun. I think the pork bun at that restaurant was pretty interesting. It was like
The
kind
Hong
of sweet
Kong one.
on the outside. That one was pretty good. But also I really liked the Shaanxi food at that restaurant. I liked the long flat biangbong noodles, and I liked the pork buns there, or pork sandwiches.
Yeah, whatever they were.
When will you guys come to visit China again?
Our schedule is pretty much booked for maybe 6 months, you could say. I don't know how it'll play out exactly. Who knows what's going to happen, but we have about 6 months of bookings made, so it would probably be after that or shortly after that.
Plans are in the works.
Yes. We would have actually stopped by much sooner if I didn't have some passport issues, as in my passport's filled up. And then we have some questions about where we plan to go. So one specific one was about Sanya Island. Sanya and Chengdu. Sanya is an interesting one. It looked really cool, and I think they have a weird visa-free thing that we can do, so maybe. And Chengdu is a place we definitely want to go.
That one's one of the top ones on the list. So next, where will you go next in China? Everyone's telling us to get the 10-year visa, which apparently, according to one comment, was just a flat $100 and it's guaranteed approval.
And you get to enter like multiple times, I'm assuming.
Yeah, but how does that, can you get that from the Philippines, or do you have to get that from the US?
I don't know.
And where the heck is the closest China embassy from Minnesota? Chicago?
Probably, or they have some like consulate maybe or something.
We will try. I mean, if push comes to shove, we'll get a 30-day visa and probably go for like a few weeks. And I mean, some of the cities we're thinking of are what? Beijing, Shanghai,
Xi'an,
Chengdu,
Chongqing.
I mean, we might just go Wuhan, Changsha. I mean,
A lot of people recently have commented about Guangzhou, or whatever it is.
It would be cool to go to like Kunming, and there's some cool mountain cities out there. I mean, there's a lot of places. We'd probably go to Japan or Korea, maybe, one of those countries, and then fly into one of the northeastern cities and then make our way through the center. I think that would be kind of cool. And maybe go to like the Avatar Mountains. And we want to get nature into the next trip. But it might be hard because we can't rent a car in China.
Yeah, the bus transport would be very hard without speaking Chinese.
We will try our best. The plans are in the works, and the plan will, I'm sure, be very ambitious.
And we'll probably do about half of what we say.
I think what we've noticed from this series, and something that we won't be able to do on a 144-hour visa, is you viewers seem to like when, like, maybe we'll go to a city for... Maybe make like 3-4 videos of a city, move on to the next. Maybe that's probably what we'll do next time around too. A lot more cities.
Why not move there in China? It would be cool. I don't know. I feel like it would be very hard as a foreigner.
Definitely.
And the biggest thing is language barrier. I don't know. It would be a bit hard to live there without speaking English.
Is there Walmart in USA? Yeah. It's from the USA.
It's everywhere. It's like in every city.
Even small towns of like 10K will have a Walmart.
A massive Walmart. Like bigger than the one that we showed in our video. It's way bigger than that.
Walmart is everything.
Do you guys know how to travel internationally?
This was a malicious comment, by the way.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't read it right. Oh, do you guys know how to travel internationally? I need some advice.
Oh, really?
That's what, yeah.
You mean not like this? Do you guys even know how to travel internationally?
I missed the not part too. Do you guys not know how to travel internationally? I missed the most important condescending part of it.
I've been to 37 countries, I believe.
I think I'm just over 20 something.
So we're just gonna say no, we don't.
No. If you can't tell already, we're at some of the more out there comments, eccentric comments. So next up is autism or bad.
That's a hard one. Back in my meth smoking days, I probably got some brain damage, you know?
I have not been diagnosed yet, but I am using meth.
You're all really?
Yes.
Dang, you need a diagnosis for that?
I meant the autism part, so I might be both.
Oh, shit, and dyslexic. You won't see big crowds and all shops shut down on Xmas in the West either, would you?
This is in response to our New Year video where we're wondering where people were. The New Year's Eve video.
Or the street food, right?
Yeah, that street food one, which, was on New Year's Eve.
I don't think that's true at all. People do travel places for Christmas.
Yes, and it's actually very busy in certain areas for Christmas. Yeah, some shops are closed, but I used to work at a movie theater, and Christmas Eve and Christmas Day were some of the busiest days of the year at a movie theater. It doesn't matter what movies were out, but they were just some of the busiest days.
People really, really got the wrong impression on these videos when we were like, why the heck are these streets so empty? They really got like offended by that as if we were like insulting China. Honestly, it's like, it's better that a street is not that busy compared to extremely busy because we can actually do things.
Yeah, we enjoyed the less busy areas.
I don't know why people just assume that we want places to just be overcrowded. It was an odd thing. We really didn't understand those comments. We got a lot of them.
You guys have a TV you can't understand? Are you guys criticizing China for not being English?
Yep.
I believe this was a response to us having a TV and it was playing Chinese shows. They were like, what the heck, the TV's in Chinese? Something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why it's not in English, because we're American and they should have made some American shows for us while we were there because we're American. They should have known we were here.
What about Japan? Do schools in America teach anything about Japan?
Not much.
Not much. Samurais and World War II.
And like some different emperors and different like things, but I don't even remember it. It was so brief. It might have been like half a day lesson.
It was probably mixed in with China.
Yeah.
And it was probably all led up to World War II, like the Emperor with World War II and that whole thing, because America was involved with World War II.
So they gotta show that part.
Yeah.
And back-to-back World War champs.
China, you guys were on our side for the second one, so thanks, guys.
Thanks for the assistance. We would have been fine without you, but we'll appreciate any help we can get.
We saved them,
Sure.
by the way. We, too. I always love when people talk about their country, especially in historical senses, and they say, we.
As if they're alive in that point. The we part is crazy.
You're welcome for Manchuria back, by the way, China.
Time to get some Manchurian chicken.
The British decided to keep Hong Kong, though. They're like, this is ours still. Thank you so much.
You guys skip your Japan vlogs.
No.
We did skip posting them for a while, but they're coming. That's all we gotta say.
When are you coming back to Manila? We're here right now.
We've actually been here the whole time.
If you're a Philippines viewer and you thought we don't post Philippines vlogs at the moment, we actually have a Philippines exclusive channel of us living here.
TryPH, go check it out. What about Nepal vlog? We just filmed those recently, and those will be posted very soon. Maybe in about...
A month and a half?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. Yeah, something like that.
Sometime in like May or June, the Nepal vlogs will be coming. It'll be cool. Is Shenzhen like Indian city of Bangalore?
I'm assuming they got this based off the fact that Shenzhen's a tech city and Bangalore's a tech city, but it couldn't be any further.
No.
All the different tech cities in the different countries are very different, so no.
Did you say Jackson Wang? Who's gonna drive you home when you've had a crazy day? Are they Mormons? This is our sister life? Oh wow, very skinny.
Oh wow.
This fits to standards in East Asia.
Not white enough.
Not white enough? Yeah, true. He's had some browning.
Needs to go get some skin whitening.
You don't have to be the skinny Koreans. Come on, guys. All the Koreans watching this China video.
I don't know where people on that got that were Mormons. That's a very bizarre one. How much did you get from the CCP?
Shh. Not allowed to say that. You're not allowed to talk about that. Millions.
25 billion trillions.
They paid us millions of dollars to get 30,000 views.
Millions of dollars to a travel channel that mostly had Philippines vlogs.
Yeah. They were like, these guys will kill it in China.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the Philippines has a great relationship with China right now, so I'm sure all of the Filipino viewers will watch it. Turmoil right now in the South China Sea.
Yeah.
Let's just hope nothing goes...
No violence, guys. Come on. What's with all the sarcasm, guys?
I don't know what you're talking about. We're never sarcastic.
Shh, we don't use sarcasm ever. I'll take my next check, please. She.
Thank you, Mr. CCP.
We do a lot of sarcasm. We're from the U.S., and the U.S. sarcasm is very prevalent, and people in Asia don't seem to get the point of sarcasm that often. They seem to think it's always malicious, and it's not.
If we're eating a food and we're like, this sucks, we mean the opposite of what we're saying, because we clearly are enjoying the food and whatnot. If there's an obvious thing that's happening and we say the opposite, it's not because we're stupid, it's because we're being sarcastic.
It's hard to explain, and I know if it's not your first language, tones is not gonna be an easy thing to pick up.
And we don't really change our tone when we are sarcastic that often.
Are you an idiot or are you just stupid?
I'm not.
You may be stupid, but you're also dumb.
And on meth with autism.
Yeah, that's for sure.
How's the gay scene over there?
I couldn't tell ya.
Yeah, we're not gay.
Was that sarcasm?
Oh no! So we're ending it off with a bang. I'm curious. I'm curious about the air quality. Is that just in certain regions?
We only went to one region.
And the air quality was fine, I think. It's really humid in Guangdong.
It was really cold when we were there for some fracking reason.
I don't think that has anything to do with air quality, just with air temperature, but that's our thoughts.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed our China series. This is just kind of the end. We got some weird questions and we got a lot of weird comments.
If you want to see a video of us reading the weird comments, we'd love to do that. They're quite the journey.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed the series. I mean, like we said, we're going to be back. We're going to do a lot more stuff. So thanks for watching and thanks for submitting your questions.
Speak to you soon, G, so we can get our payment.
Let's go. I'm expecting big buckarooners this time.
The yuan is flying.
See ya.
Bye.